Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? Yeah, I watched that video that you sent me, and I was actually going through that guy's video, and I see that he's also documenting the orb. It's also documenting the orb, and one of the things that I can definitely agree with is that more often than not, the orb is always going. Well, the orb is going to be to the upside. Is rarely to the downside. Rarely, you rarely get a downside move. Yeah, you rarely get a downside move. Hmm. 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 I didn't realize that. We're already in the first month of August, or the first week of August. I guess technically the second, but oof. Hold on, hold on. No way, dude. That was a 121 point move to the downside. Wow. It doesn't look like that on the Nasdaq, but that was a 129 point drop on the Nasdaq. Interesting. Ugh. I mean, technically, this is all we really need to document right here. And we really don't need to document the second time it happened because obviously we already got the first one. A successful breaker structure to the downside on the first attempt. Okay, let's take this. Honestly, a lot of at least the past week, the market has been, the initial sweep has been happening as soon as the orb completes. Believe that or not. As soon as the orb completes, that's when the market's been was it 121 points. The full move was I think it was like 131, 132 was the full move. Okay, so it's time to start taking it super seriously now. Okay. So what I've done over the weekend with this document in particular is what I kind of have to come back and do is actually change a lot of the number systems here. But honestly, I thought about doing an average time frame for this, but I chose not to. What I chose to do was just average the volume. Usually, the I guess for the past 13, the average volume is usually 278,000 roughly, and 374,000 roughly. Honestly, I don't know where these numbers come from because these are all zeroed out. So I don't know where they got these numbers from. I don't got the 1 6. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Mm. But this should be a surprise to nobody. This really should be a surprise to nobody. We had a big move down. We had a lot of selling on Friday, and I don't think it was the bears selling this market down. It was just people taking profits. As I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want to go into the weekend with so much uncertainty with these trade deals. Also, I do believe tomorrow kids go back to school tomorrow. Kids go back to school. I believe that we'll start to see a lot of the institutional volume come back tomorrow. I do think that we'll probably still get some summertime trading potentially, but for the most part, hopefully the market starts to liven up a little bit. Uh, we've survived if you still have your account, you survived probably one of the toughest times to trade the market during the summer where there's low volume. The market will leave no bear or bull behind to generate the liquidity that it needs to move. And this is probably the toughest time to trade the market. Uh, Once we get the volume back in, we'll probably see a lot more cleaner moves. At least, hopefully, we do. And as I kind of watch people talk about the stock or the market when Trump was president, so apparently this actually happened the first time Trump was president as well. This choppy, uh, unpredictable price action happened the first time that he was elected, but as time went on, we all know what actually happened after that. The market just went straight up. Hopefully, we can get the same result this time around. That would be nice. If we see 30K on the Nasdaq, that would be awesome. 30K on the Nasdaq. Okay. So I mean, you already missed the probably the entry. Yeah, that shit was perfect right there too. Shit's freaking perfect, man. What's this nigga, man? Yeah, what's up, YM? Honestly, man, I'll say this. Uh, I felt the same exact way that you do. But there's something special that the mind does when you write stuff down. It's a reason why a lot of people say document your trades, just document, 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 document. There's a reason why outside of trading, everything else is documented. And this is my personal thought about this, but I feel that the same way that the mind responds to reading, it responds to writing the same way. I feel that if you write stuff down, that's kind of an automatic trigger for the mind to store that information and to learn from it. Same thing with reading. If you read something, it usually sticks with you versus if you just watch it, I guess the mind kind of shuts off or it's content or is not important. There was a time that I stayed focused on documenting a lot of what I did on stream. During that time frame, I was very successful. When I stopped doing it, that's when I lost sight of the goal. I lost sight of what I was doing or what I was supposed to do. And I went back to gambling. And it took me a while to come back to documenting my trades, but it's not even a surprise to me that as I document things, it makes it more, I guess it makes it feel more professional. It makes it feel like this is actually real. And I start to take it seriously. And I'm also starting to recognize patterns. And another benefit of documenting is just that. Just if what would I want to say? It was something. It was something that I started to notice as I was documenting it, and I forgot. I had it and I forgot. Anyway, I guess the point is when you start documenting stuff, you start to recognize certain patterns that consistently happen. And once you start to see those patterns happen in real time, you can capitalize on those patterns. And that's the point of documentation, I think. I think that's why the professionals, the ones that's been in this game for 20 plus years, they always say document, 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 journal, journal, journal. Mm. You know what, Cave Trader, that's actually correct, man. Uh, that is definitely something that I have to actually start doing. So over the weekend, I've decided that I'm going to copy trade my. I'm going to copy trade my three Tradeify accounts with gold, but I'm only going to trade 2 micros per. I'm only going to trade 2 micros per account across. So altogether, I have 6 micros across 3 accounts. 90 point target, 45 tick stop. 1 trade takes out 2 losses. I have 27 opportunities to, 27. If I lose 27 times in a row, which is highly unlikely, but it'll take me 27 opportunities, or it would take me 27 losses to blow the account. And 1 trade takes out 2 losses. So I can lose 4 times, win twice, and break even. Or, yeah. So the odds are literally in my favor to win. I can only take 1 trade. So if I mess up on the first trade, I'm gonna have to really consider that, because I may actually do 2 trades a day. Or no. I'll do 1 trade. I'll do 1 trade. That trade, because honestly, I shouldn't even be taking a trade unless it's a good trade, and I don't need to. I'll just take 1 trade a day, and then I'll go into my other account, and I only do 1 trade in that account. So that's 2 trades. So if I can just spread the risk across accounts, the odds are literally in my favor to win. They're literally in my favor. And if I fail both times, then I just have to accept that outcome and come back again tomorrow, because I will only lose $45 if I'm wrong, and I'll make, or yeah, so $45, and then I'll make $90 if I'm right. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. I really don't. But I was doing the math, and here's the crazy thing. Like, I was doing the math, and it just, we kind of talked about this on Friday, but I was doing the math over the weekend so I can. Uh, I was doing the math. So if I make, so with my current strategy, if I have 3 contracts, actually, hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Because it's not $45, it's $90 that I lose. It's $90, and then I make 180. I do 100, and so my original position size was 3 micros, and that was $270 per win. And if I have 30 days of winners, at the end of the month, I have $8,100. Times that across 3, and I would have made $24,000 in a month. Okay. But here's the thing on the losing side. So remember how I was telling you guys that I kind of wanted to scale into a position, just DCA it 1 time. So I think what the 3K accounts have $2,500 of drawdown. And if I scaled in, with 180, I'll have what 13 and a half, almost 14 opportunities before I blow the account, right? But this is what blew my mind. If I don't scale into it, I have literally 5 or 6 more trades to take. And as I was doing the math on this shit, I was like, God damn, dude. By scaling into a position, it literally takes 6 opportunities away from me. 6. That is a lot. I would lose the account 6 losers before I would if I did not scale into it. And then I said, that's interesting. So what if I just do 2? If I do 2, oops. And it gives me about 28 opportunities to get my money back. Like I would have to lose 28 times to lose the account. 28 times, which we all know that that's highly unlikely for me. I'll have maybe 1 or 2 losses, but I'll get right back on track and we'll get those wins. 1 win takes out 2 losses. And the math was literally blowing my mind. So I was like, you know what? And this is all coming from documentation, just documenting this stuff. Because in my mind, I didn't think that I was taking so many opportunities away from myself for scaling into a losing position. Now, I mean, the DCA is strategic. The reason why I wanted to DCA into the position is just in case the market wants to double bottom. I wanted to get in at support, but then also I wanted to, if the market goes further against me, I wanted to DCA right here and then get and take off the whole position at my stop. But DCAing into this position, I mean, in that gold, uh, in that gold, uh, in that gold play, if I didn't DCA into it, if I just enter it with 3 contracts originally, I would only lose $130, 135. And if I DCA'd into it, it added, I think $45 or $50 to it. And I guess after every loss, that extra $50 that I DCA'd into the position, it adds up and it takes away those opportunities to make my money back and save the account. So moving forward, I won't be DCing into any of my accounts or into any of my positions. I'm just going to get in, and if I get stopped out, then I'm going to accept it. Now, when it comes to trading the Nasdaq, I'm only trading the Nasdaq in these Apex accounts. I feel that Apex and Nasdaq are probably the best combination in my opinion. If I'm going to trade the Nasdaq, uh, I'm trying to. I feel like ES has its good days, but for the most part, it just doesn't fit my strategy for right now. I want to trade ES because it's such easy money. But the one thing that I don't care about with the ES is I just don't care for how it moves. I hate it. I hate that I need 20 points on one contract to make $1,000. And we all know that the ES just doesn't spit out 20 points like that. We know that. I have to be super patient. I have to wait for a break to enter in with the ES before something like this. I have to wait for a price to break structure to the downside, double bottom at a low, and then you'll get a move like this, or wait for price to do this, pull back, and then I mean by the time from this breakdown at 8:30, it took 3 hours for this thing to set up and dump. And then you didn't even get the full thing. Like, I mean, if you didn't get this, and you didn't get this, and you was in this thing trying to retest the lows, you probably got stopped out of this thing before it retested and took out the lows. And I hate that about the ES. I absolutely hate it. But the ES is very predictable. So I feel like that's why I keep the ES around because I mean, if given the opportunity, I mean, I'll take the trade on ES. I just don't want to focus on it, and I want to focus an account on the ES, but I just don't want to. Especially when gold and Nasdaq, I can I can do a lot more with Nasdaq and gold than I can do with the ES. But I really do want to trade the ES though. I do, but it's just not for me. It is just not. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. But I did miss this opportunity on the Nasdaq though. I should have probably been paying a lot more attention to it. Should have been paying a lot more attention to it though. I probably need to just stop doing it on this screen. Well, looks like gold is somewhat respecting the trend line that I drew out last week. We could see some more bullishness in gold here for all us gold traders. We can definitely because gold is definitely faking the bears out at these at the lows. Looks like the bears are breaking and then failing to hold, and then we're seeing these short squeezes. The bears trying to use this momentum to the downside to break past this trend line again and failing miserably. And oh wow, what a surprise! We got gold finding support right at that trend line. Where's that? Anyway, and we got price finding support right here at that trend line. So that tells me that I've drawn this trend line correctly. And we'll see. We'll see if the Bulls find support here. I think they probably do. But I don't trade gold past this time. After 9:30, if I'm not in something, it's really 10 o'clock. But if I don't find anything with gold, I've traded gold long enough to know that after 10 o'clock, the trades don't usually work as well. But this is actually a pretty good setup right here for a potential move to the downside. Probably a break right there. We'll see though. We'll see. This is actually a great area for the bears to come back in. I mean, they broke structure. They came back, made that pivot high, and then they broke structure with this two-legged pullback. And then we could potentially see something like that where either the bulls are going to have to break above that high or the bears come in and then we'll see that move down. So if the bears break, if the bears break this trend line right here on gold, this trade may not be as reliable for short. It may not be as reliable. And that's the one thing about gold. You really can't. I mean, once the moves happen and it comes back, it becomes really unreliable. I was looking for an entry at the open, but I really don't want to start the habit of coming in at Sunday open looking for positions. I really don't. I really don't want to even come in at open and looking for trades. But it seems like all the great setups are happening at open. So Hey, yo, what's up, Night Farm? My bad, K Trader. You said 3 micros. Says okay, yeah, that works. 2 micros is good too. Yeah, honestly, K Trader, that's actually what I'm gonna start doing. I'll just lose one trade because I have what 4 or 5 funded accounts with Tradeify and uh trading them individually. It just becomes unrealistic if so. Yeah, I only have I only trade 2 micros per account. Trade the three as one account, and then trade my straight to funded account. Trade that as a follow up, so I can take 2 trades per day. So if I lose the first trade, then I have an opportunity. If another position sets up, trade the straight to funded account. And if I lose in both accounts, then I have to come back the next day, and I only have one opportunity. I mean, I have 30. So at least what that does is it gives me a month in the account because it takes what 28 losses for me to lose the account. Yeah. All right, night fart, man. Have a good night. And yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. As I've shared before, uh, it was CL that taught me how to trade. And ES gold and CL trades very similar. That's why I can kind of jump between ES, CL, and gold. It's just the Nasdaq that I just tend to just for whatever reason try to be cute with. I try to be cute with Nasdaq, and I don't know why. Even though Nasdaq makes these big moves, the structure she still trades within a structure. She still trades in a structure, and I have to remind myself of that. Or actually, let me take that back. I think what kind of deters me away from that is because when the market was going in a straight line and nothing was working in terms of bearish price action, you can get something like this where the bears faked you out or the bulls faked you out, and it looked like the bears were going to actually get something going, and then the bulls just take it right back, and it was like, man, if you even tried to be a bear during the last couple of years, man, it was very there was a lot of crying on the treadmill. I guess I'll just say that. But now we're starting to see a lot of the bearishness work out. I mean, we're still seeing the bullishness that the Nasdaq has come accustomed to, or at least we've come accustomed to with the Nasdaq with the bullishness. But now we're getting a lot of bearishness that's working now, even though even though I feel like it's just the bears or the bulls taking their profits. So moving forward, the account that we're going to trade on stream, that's the one I'm going to only trade the orb with. As I was looking at the orb last week, or I mean, just this week. Actually, let me just get this document. Man, I mean, the orb has just been working, and not only has the orb been working, but some good decent follow up trades were are just retests of like the orb high or the orb low or a retest. Like the orb is literally trading a bunch of trading opportunities on the Nasdaq. I mean, days like these are usually very annoying, and once I saw that breakout, I would have. I mean, actually, we did take this one, and y'all guys was calling me crazy because I traded against this orb, but it just didn't feel bearish enough. And I traded against this one, and I won this one, but then I tried to trade against. I tried to trade against these, or hold on, where's the hell's all my screenshots at? I mean, as you can kind of see that the market has been trying to short, but it's just that the market doesn't want to break that orb low, and now it's doing it. Mm. Mm. Yeah, so all last week, that orb short has just been beautiful. I don't know if this is going to become a trend, but man, that orb short. Yeah, this day, shit. We don't even know what the hell happened on this day, but that orb, I mean, that follow up, that breakout to the upside. I mean, look at that move after it breaks the orb high. So, my strategy with the Nasdaq is definitely going to surround this orb. This orb is definitely very powerful on the Nasdaq. Very powerful. I mean, look at this breakout. It just went up and then it just continued into the next session, even gapped up. Uh, Very powerful. Orb is very powerful on the Nasdaq, and it usually goes to the upside. Usually. Mm. Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? The K Trader says that yeah, that's a job reports, and it says that we're going into a recession soon. Shit, the Biden administration redefined what the word recession means. So shit. I mean, did it change back now that Trump's president now? Does it mean what it means now, or Alfred says that NQ wants back over 23K? Yeah, honestly, I think 23K is probably where we'll see the dump, or not a dump, but a pullback. Because we got this area right here, we got the bears failing, we got a drop. I think that we'll probably get that 23K and then a pullback. Yeah, probably a pullback. We'll see though. And Alfred, I think I feel that I may have finally hung up my trend fighting gloves. We'll see though. Because when I initially saw the charts, you know, my initial thought was try to get into the short. It looks like it's trading into a previous area of supply where we could potentially see a rejection. And that's kind of why I lost $37 so far. Actually, I'm not supposed to see that. I hate that it does that. I hate that it does that. I hate that. I hate that so much. Anyway, because a big thing that I don't want to see no more is my P&L. If I have a red day, I don't want to see it here because if I look at the charts and I see the red, I'm going to see red, and I'm going to try to find ways to get that money back instead of accepting what happened. But yeah, initially I was like, well, let me just try a short here. But then I thought about it and I was like, dude, that doesn't even make sense. To sit here and this thing is trending up on the 21 EMA and you're trying to short it. It hasn't even shown any signs that the bulls are ready to take profits and this thing was going to come back down. There was literally no signs, and I was trying to trade against it. So I see that as growth. My internal voice told me no. I think I see that as growth. Yeah, it definitely is. Trend is your friend. Yeah, no more DCAing. I'm not DCAing at all. I'm not gonna DCA it. I'm not doing it at all, man. Is above VWAPs. We're gonna look for buys. Yeah, that's definitely correct. Says under VWAP. Oh, actually, yeah, I don't have VWAP on my chart until about 8:30 in the morning. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at this thing long term now. Uh, I'm definitely looking at it long term because after April, I think something happened. I really do because I stopped getting paid out. I actually had a hard time passing accounts out there. I think I just lost. I think just internally is like, you know what? I'm just tired of this. It feels like a rat race. It feels like I'm putting time and effort into a jar that just never fills up. And our boy Alfred has been killing it. And when he made that statement, I was like, dude, I haven't had a payout until, or I haven't, my last payout was in, hold on, was it April? It was probably April or June. Yeah, like April, or not April, my bad, May. My last payout was in May. I haven't had a payout since. Because I remember it was I just tired of starting over, man. That's why I'm just buying the straight the funded accounts. I'm just tired of starting over in the evals, man. Just tired of it. Just tired. I'm tired of I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just tired of the one trade. I mean, I'm just tired of the one trades that just blows up weeks of work. Get tired of it, man. Coming in within I guess I mean I don't guess, but I just hate to say it. Being over leveraged in a small account, trading with the anxiety that, man, if this thing doesn't go my way, I'm gonna blow the account. But shit, if I don't trade this way, I'll never finish it. Just tired of it, man. Just tired. And for what's it, June and July, been really just looking for how, I mean, just finding ways how to keep these accounts long term. I'm spending a lot of money on these evals. And I think one of the reasons why I'm doing it is because uh, I can. I mean, I can. I mean, like I said, I got all the money that I got paid out is in my business account. I don't even touch that thing. It's just there. And the crazy thing is, it's like, well, I mean, you can just use that money. You can just keep buying evals. It's just a stupid shit that your inner voice tells you, trying to justify stupid behavior. But I'm just tired of it, and I'm not doing it anymore. So it took me 2 months, but I've come to terms that I'm just going to trade these accounts as if they are personal accounts. That means 1 to 3 micro contracts. I got to think about this in a long term in terms of 30 days plus for payouts versus trying to fast track 7 days and stuff like that. Because what that the price action on Friday, if I was trading my regular size, that account would have been gone. That account would have been gone on Friday. But I was able to get my money back. I was able to get my money back plus some. Or actually, no. I forgot. I forgot. Uh, I hit daily loss limit in the Tradeify account, and lo and behold, I was over leveraged in Nasdaq and ES, and the market kept going against me. I hit daily loss limit, and then when I went back to my Apex account and traded my regular size, I made $1,200-$1,300 in that account trading my regular size of 5 micro contracts and letting my taking profits and letting my final target run. I able to make $1,300 in that account, and then I went into another account and made an additional $800-$900 trading small size. So it's like I hate the fact that I'm like, dude, we was up 100 and something points. We was up 130 points on one contract, and like that right there kind of pisses me off because it's like, god damn, dude. But whatever, whatever. So that's how we're gonna rock. I'm just gonna trade the small size. I'm not gonna DCA. I've done a lot of documentation over the weekend, done a lot of self-reflecting over the weekend, and now it's just time to move forward. It's just time to move forward now and start getting these payouts again. Cause shit, we're already in the 8th month of the year. This year is 2025 is almost over. We got 4 more months left in this year. And we already know that's gonna go by. 4 more months left in this year. Yeah, that's correct. That's definitely correct, man. Process over the profits. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. You too, Alfred. And yeah, honestly, and that's something else that I have to kind of rediscover, man. That's something else. The trades are happening overnight, but I don't feel comfortable taking those trades, man. But the trades are happening overnight. I do not feel comfortable taking trades in a funded account overnight. I just don't. But that's when the easy trades like this right here, this trade on the Nasdaq is a easy trade. It literally broke structure to the upside and pulled back into support. And if you got into this thing, when did it happen? Around 5 o'clock at the open. I mean, this right here is an easy trade. So far, the market is up over 100 something points, maybe 140, 150 points right now. And the market went straight in one direction. Yeah, the market's up 160 points right now. And yeah, that's something that honestly, I keep telling myself that that's something that I want to do too. Once I get my act together. But from what I'm discovering, if you tell yourself that you're not good enough for something until you complete something, then you just won't do it. You have to do the meetup, and then for whatever reason, dude, the human experience is just kind of stupid. It just contradicts itself over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. If you tell yourself that uh you'll get that new office once you get your first payout, do you know your mind will work against you? It will work against you because it doesn't really want that new office. But if you get that new office and say, this is where it like, it says, now that I got this new office, I'm going to get a payout. That's when your mind works with you after you do it. It's like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. He got the office. Now we got to try to make that money back. Now you feel like a professional now. And because you went out and done the things that professionals do, you start to behave like a professional. Funny how that works. That's something that I learned earlier on. I told myself that if I can do certain things, then I'll set up the second office. I'll get a desk because I have two desks. So shit, having two desks, I should be a trillionaire right now. But I almost fell for it. I almost talked myself out of getting setting up this second office, setting it up. And the crazy thing at the time when I was trying to convince myself not to do it, everything that I have, it literally like this laptop that I'm streaming on, this laptop was literally on sale and it was literally the last one. This laptop usually goes for $2,500, and I was able to get it for $900 because it was on sale for whatever reason. That's the type of stuff like when you put your mind to something, the universe literally helps you out. Literally puts things in front of you, and you be able to achieve those goals if you're serious. And I almost talked myself out of it. As crazy as that sounds. But I got this laptop for $900, yo. 32 gigabits of RAM. It's one of Dell's gaming laptops. And was the last freaking one. So shit, if I hesitated, somebody else might have been looking for the same type of laptop and they could have snatched it up. You said, do I got a gaming laptop? It's not a super gaming laptop, but it is one of Dell's gaming laptops. It's so if you're familiar with what is it, the Alienware? Alienware is actually Dell with the Alienware brand. So basically, if you buy Alienware, you might as well just buy a Dell. It's the same thing. So my Dell looks like an Alienware laptop. So this is a gaming laptop, but I definitely don't use this for gaming. I got it on Amazon. That's why I was very surprised that this laptop sold for so cheap and nobody picked it up. That was one of the that's what surprised the hell out of me because it was cheap. It was selling for cheap. I don't know why Dell wanted to get rid of the laptop anyway. I really don't know why they. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna fight the universe or anything because this was definitely a gift. Yeah. But because we all know how expensive, like I said, they're like this is a 20. It's used normally $2,500, and I got it for 9. Mm, all right. Yeah, it looks like gold is going to make its way back up. Honestly, I was thinking about taking this trade at the trend line, but I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna and it's 10 o'clock anyway. I had to follow my rule. So I mean, if I do take this trade, it has to be like in a sim or an eval. I wouldn't take a trade like this in my funded account, especially now that I have a one trade per account rule. Because I mean, technically, if I'm copy trading, that's technically three losses. Technically. Hmm. Okay, we'll see what happens with this one. Let's see what happens. We'll see. We'll see if we can kind of get like a small little rejection here. Okay. This was I don't know, like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. Time has definitely moved by so fast. Time's definitely moved by. Honestly, it just feels like one big blur. I think that's probably why a lot of people look very young nowadays. I mean, if you look at pictures from the 80s and 90s, and people looking 100 at 30 and 40 years old, during that time, I feel like you felt time. Nowadays, I don't think anybody really experiences time because it just goes by so fast. You have so many things to distract you. Everything just feels like it just goes by. And before you know it, 20 years goes by and it doesn't feel like it. I feel like the only place that you'll feel time is if you're in prison somewhere. And that's when time feels like an eternity. Like a minute can feel literally like an eternity. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. That push at the end of the day on Friday, I will say that that was very surprising. This push right here, man, that was a beautiful push up. That was a very good push. After gold pissed me off right here, not hitting my damn targets, and then it does this crap on Friday. Uh, uh, I think what gold it did trade into some resistance though, and I think that's probably why we're seeing a small little dump. Gold did trade into some resistance right here, so uh, We could see a pullback here, but we'll probably see like a double top here at 25 potentially. We'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely be looking at gold tomorrow morning when I get back from the gym. Excuse me. Because from what I've seen, gold likes to set up between 6:30, 7:30. It's usually 7:30, but there are times where the market likes to set up at 6:30. That time frame between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning on both sides of the clock with gold are great time frames to look at gold for an entry because that's the time when it usually sets up for a move. It usually sets up for a move around those times. All right, we'll see here. We'll see. So I took this in an eval. This does, and the reason why I'm okay to kind of go back over it because of this little move right here. Think that we could potentially see some bears come back in right there. We'll see though. Like again, this is an eval. Um, this will probably be like a 50-50 trade for me. Either it works or it doesn't. And then my stop should be right above this high. But honestly, with gold sometimes they could actually be trying to come back to this to last week's close. And they could be going trying to go back to last week's close right there. You could potentially see the market try to come here. But I'm gonna trade the charts though. I'm gonna trade the charts and not my heart on this one. Now we got to break a structure to the downside, so I think bears should be coming in at this area right here. And if they can hold this pullback, and then we could see maybe another retest of that trend line. Yeah. I mean, now that now that I've reduced my size with trading, or now that I've reduced my size, I can take more trades without any concern about blowing the account or even going tilt. Because if I lose $100 and I go tilt because of that, it's not the trading, it's definitely me. If I can't handle that I lost $100 because I was wrong. Okay. I think we're going to probably get to a point to where if we start to see similar price action that we've saw in the past year, man, it's going to be tough. We might actually have to start buying the high and selling it higher. Because if the market gets to a point to where it's just buying and it's not giving any decent pullback, and then when we do get a pullback, because remember, the pullbacks that we had, it would do something like this. It would be like a Newswick where it would touch the area and then it's instantly bought up. And if you missed it, it's not coming back. Hopefully, we don't go back to that. Hopefully, we can just get some decent price action and everybody be able to make money. But I am prepared for the buying high and selling higher strategy because we could go back to that. Okay, gold. What do you want to do here? What do you want to do? About 15 more minutes. You say, am I ever getting a PC? Maybe not. Probably not. Why? You talk about like the game on and stuff like that. So I had this friend that was from Brazil, and he showed me his PC, and he was showing me how he was playing it with his mouse, and I think he was playing COD or something like that. Maybe he's playing something, and he was showing me everything, and I was like, wow, it was definitely a cognitive dissonance because uh, I didn't know that you could play games on a computer. I thought that you had to go out and buy a PlayStation or Xbox or a Nintendo. I didn't know it was available on the computer. And he was telling me everything about it. And and this was so long ago. This was all the way back in probably like 2011. So shit, about what? 13, 14 years from now. But I don't know. I don't know if I could I don't know. I don't know if I guess I'm trying to say I don't know if I can play games on a PC, but then then at the same time I'm trying to counter it myself and say, well, why not? And I really can't come up with a good answer. I don't know, man. You know, honestly, a lot of people tell me that, and I see it online a lot. It's just like those guys are fighting over which one is the best console, but I play on my PC. That's better than both of them combined. And yeah, it definitely with PC you can literally mod the game. You can add modifications to the game. Um, Run smoother, less lag. A lot of professional gamers because uh, at one point in time in my life, I really enjoyed the Street Fighter series. That's how I actually was introduced to the gaming community. I didn't know that other people shared the same passion for Street Fighter. Didn't know that there was actually big tournaments with Street Fighter. And once I got introduced to that, I mean, I was definitely a spectator of the gaming community, watching Evo. I haven't watched Evo this year. I kind of fell off from competitive gaming. Street Fighter 4 was my favorite iteration of Street Fighter, and then they, for whatever reason, Capcom, they went to PlayStation and Street Fighter 5, and I didn't like the how that game felt. I didn't like how it played, and I fell out of love with the series, and I fell out of love watching it. Uh, no, I feel like the game is no longer competitive anymore. Anybody can win. It doesn't really take skills to really be good, and I kind of fell out of love with it. Yeah. Mm. All right. So I wonder if we're gonna see. a little sell off here. But even though we kind of did run into this last week area for supply, I'm definitely not going to sell this. Now, if we look at what happened last Friday, because on stream, forgot which one was it? Was it this one? I think I was in this. Yeah, so this was the position that I was in on Friday, and yeah, okay. So I mean, shit, we can talk about this. So recall that I was in this short, and I got the bulk of my position filled, and I just had one left. I had one small piece of this position. I think I had it down here at 88 or something like that. And you can see that the Bears and the Bulls were sitting here fighting at the bottom of Friday's orb. You can see that the Bulls were trying to aggressively buy this thing, but at the same time, the Bears were trying to aggressively sell it. And we discussed that on both sides that there was a lot of stops building up on both sides. So it was really a race to see who can touch the stops first. The one thing that I did not like when the Bears kind of broke structure here was that the lack of the stop run. There was no stop run right here. And I said that if price gets back above this 21 EMA, that I was going to close the position. Now, after the stream, usually I have to get back, but I have to actually start working because that's when uh, the shift starts for me because I have a mid shift. And I was completely absorbed in my work. And I come back and see this short squeeze to the upside. And I should have placed my stop in profit, but man, this thing just squeezed up higher and it didn't stop me out at the point, but I just closed the position because I just kind of knew that I mean, because of the short squeeze higher, we could potentially see them move up. But as I was watching this, I saw something and I got back in short and I was able to capitalize on this full move down. And then I was talking to Alfred about it. I was like, dude, if the Bears fail here, I'm just going to cut my position and I'm going to get back long. And so I was able to catch this move down and I was able to catch this move long. And in both situation, it was due to price action. So this right here. So right here, we have the bulls breaking above this range right here. So this is the range. We have the bulls short squeezing right back into the range. We get a small little break. They pull back and then they hold the pullback on that 21 EMA, right? And so they break structure to the upside and they hold that range. They try to break it again. They go higher, but then they fail to do so. So they pull right back to the range and look at where the Bears hold this thing. Right there at the 21 EMA. So I was like, you know what? Let me take another short on this thing. So I take that short and I capture that move going down. And I was willing to hold this thing because I got the bulk of my position filled. And this thing looked like it was about to go to 700, or at least that's what me and Alfred was talking about. And I told Alfred, I was like, dude, if this thing does it, because at the time, I think I might have deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. I cleaned off my charts. Actually, let me see if I can kind of recreate it. Let me see. Because I think it was a trend line. I think it was this trend line that was coming down. Let me see if I can kind of recreate this trend line. Let me see. Was it this trend line right here? No, it wasn't that trend line then. So it had to have been this trend line. I think it was this trend line. Probably I should have kept that. I should have probably kept this trend line. I probably should have kept it. No, that wasn't the trend line. It was something. Or at least that wasn't the angle of the trend line. Yeah, okay. I think that's it right there. That was the trend line. No, it wasn't. Mm. Anyway, mm. I think it was a trend. I think, man, I really want y'all guys to see this shit because this is why trend lines are just so important. Okay, so maybe it was this one. Yeah, for whatever reason, I guess I can't recreate it. Anyway, yeah. There was a trend line coming down, and the market did this right here. We all know that the market loves to trap bears. You see all this chop right here? And then we finally get the market to break. Once I saw this right here and it popped back up, man, I got long right here. Actually, I think I still got the screenshot. Maybe it's in the screenshot. Let me see. Because I know I sent it. I know I took the screenshot. Let me see. 'Cause I was talking to Alfred about it. And I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I don't know why I can't recreate this trend line, but uh the trend line was coming down. The market blew out that bottom, and as soon as it hit that trend line, it pushed up. So I was like, you know what? Nah. I closed out of my short. I flipped long, and I was able to capture this move, 100+ point move going into the close of the session. All because of this trend line right here. And I was like, dude, the bears was having all this trouble right here, and then they finally break and then they push. Nah, that's bullish. And then it was a double bottom too. It was a double bottom. This little move right here. So once I saw that they failed at this low, I got in long. And I say all that to say this. That's why price action is just so important, and understand what certain things mean. I really don't know why the hell I can't recreate that damn trend line. Like, where did I have that shit drawn at? Where did I have it drawn at? I really don't know. Really don't know how I had that trend line drawn. Because that trend line was the whole reason why I was able to, you know what? Let me see if I can kind of do something like that. Yeah, I don't know where the hell that trend line came from. Maybe something like that, maybe. Yeah, I don't know where the hell that shit came from. Hmm. Okay, so I mean, it was going off of it like that. Mm, mm. Yeah, I don't know where that shit came from. Shit, if it wasn't for that trend line, I wouldn't have gotten that move. So, oh well. Oh well. So now that this area has proven to be an area of supply, and we're seeing small. I mean, it's not real profit taking, but we're seeing the bears try to come in at this range to try to sell this thing back down. Usually, when the market is trending like this, you really don't want to short it. We have all of the EMAs sloping up to the upside. You kind of want to see something like this. You want to see the market begin to flatten out and turn before you start even considering a short. Something like this, where it flattens out and turns, and the EMAs start to cross, and then you could potentially look for a short opportunity or an attempt to buy the pullback. Uh, I'll consider it, man. I'll consider it, but I'm not really. I don't. I don't. All I know is that Call of Duty is pissing me off. Activision or whatever, it's pissing me off. I just kind of want to play. I just want to shoot virtual people in the face. That's kind of how I want to spend my weekends after a long week of trading. All I just want to do is shoot virtual people. That's it. And Activision is making that difficult to do. For whatever reason, I mean, I was cool with sticking with Modern Warfare 2. Whatever they did, I had to sit there and buy Modern Warfare 3 because they made they made Modern Warfare 3 an extension of Modern Warfare 2. So they made it an extension pack. So you actually had, I mean, if you was playing Modern Warfare 2, you had to buy Modern Warfare 3. And I said, fine, I'll buy this stupid game because Modern Warfare 2 is no longer working. Now they're doing the same thing with Modern Warfare 3. Uh, if you got the Call of Duty HQ, they took Modern Warfare, so they've taken all the other cards off of it so they can make room for Black Ops 7. Now, here's the crazy thing. I got Black Ops 6. I bought it because these stupid gamer influencers made it seem like the game was good. They made the game look really good. I guess whatever filters they were using, they made the whatever filters they were using look really good. And I was like, man, this actually looks like a great game, and I bought it. And then I started playing it, and it sucked. I have Black Ops 6, and I'm not going to download Black Ops 6. I mean, they're not going to make me play Black Ops 6 because they're taking off Modern Warfare 3 and all the other cards. Because, and here's the thing, like, why the hell did they go from Black Ops 6 and now they're going to sit here and release Black Ops 7? What happened to Modern Warfare 4? No one likes Black Ops. It sucks. What is it like after Black Ops 2? It stopped being good? The shit sucks. And it's just been sucking for a while. And now they're going to make a whole brand new iteration of the game. And I'm not buying it. That's why I was considering Cave Trader, what he said about Battlefield 6. I'm not going to get conned like the same way that Black Ops conned me. I'm going to watch the reviews when it comes out. I think there's an open beta, but then at the same time, it's only on a newer gen consoles, and I'm not going to buy one. I'm not going to buy an Xbox, and I'm not buying one. I'm just not going to do it. I just want to play COD. That's it. Or just shoot virtual people. That's it. That's all I want to do. Um, I guess whenever they make Modern Warfare 4, I'll buy that because the Modern Warfare series is usually good. It usually is. And all I do is play multiplayer. I don't even play the campaign. I just want to play the multiplayer. Snipe people. I'm really good at sniping. And the crazy thing is that sniping was definitely not one of my strong suits. But uh, one of my brother's friends, he was Asian, and he was really great at sniping. And that's what inspired me to become a really great sniper. And talking about trick shots, and I mean his older brother was even better. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how the hell are y'all doing that shit? How are you grabbing a sniper and just no scoping people from halfway across the screen? How? How? And that inspired me to become a sniper, and I've just been a sniper ever since. And in Modern Warfare 3, well, in Modern Warfare 2, it was the Lockwood sniper or marksman rifle that I was a total beast in. And in Modern Warfare 3, it's the I think it was the SPR because the Lockwood sucks. I think they did that on purpose to make the Carmine or whatever it's called suck. So I had to switch to the SPR, and that did it for me. And that's all I want to do is just go around and snipe people. That's all I want to do. Get them the rage. That's all I want to do. And Activision is taking it away from me. So over the weekend, even though I was very productive, I was pissed off because I just wanted to just play COD. That's it. Mhm. Yeah, okay. You still play Halo 5? Mm. You know, man, it's been a while. I feel like Halo 2 was the best Halo. Uh After Halo 3, I mean, obviously it's for me it's Halo 2, Halo 3, and then I guess all the Halos can just fall in line after that. But Halo 2 was definitely my favorite iteration of the game. I think when Halo 4 came out, I did not like it. And I just stopped playing Halo after that. I just did not like it. I don't know what they did. I don't know what changed. I just didn't like it. And I went to Gears of War, and I was really good at Gears of War. And it just seems like the first three iterations of the game is really good. And then afterwards, I guess other teams, I mean, the original developers, I guess they go off because they're bajillionaires now and they don't care. And then they get a new group of people, and I guess they want to put their own twist on the game, and they take away the things that we love about the original and try to make us love some shit that we ain't asked for. Because I think after Gears of War, I forgot which is it Gears of War. I don't think it was Gears of War 5. I think it was Gears of War 2 or 3. After that game, it just sucked. Gears of War just sucked after that. And then I think I just stopped gaming altogether because we can only take so much disappointment before it's like, and then these companies, because they have shareholders, I mean, they have to put their stupid agendas in. I mean, I just want to go and play. I don't want to be preached to about how I should behave or what I should believe. I just want to shoot people. Shit. That's it. Or beat people up. That's it. I don't want to be, I don't care about your worldview. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care to be told how I should think. And I don't care to be, anyway. Uh, it just seems like these games are just horrible now. It's just another way for society to, because I guess incels play video games, and this is how the world gets back at the incels by telling them that the way that they think are wrong. Their beauty standards of women is wrong. Uh, we don't want women to do this in your games and look pretty. You should have regular looking women that no one cares about or is attracted to in the game as main characters. It's just all kind of stupid shit. And I don't care about that. I just want to play my game and that's it. But the gaming industry is just in my opinion it is went downhill. And the same reason why I don't watch TV shows anymore is the same reason why I stopped gaming. Okay. You said there's guys who are natural champions of video games. Yeah, honestly, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I see trading as a game. Honestly, I really don't see it any other way. I think that's probably why I don't keep these accounts long because I just see them as a video game. And Robinhood has definitely set the standard for that. These prop firms, especially the X platforms, they make trading into a video game. I mean, because I mean, if you look at this, I mean, you look at this chart. I mean, does it has all these pretty colors? I really don't want to pull the chart up, but when you pull the chart up, TradingView makes trading into a game. I mean, I don't think anybody would disagree with that. It makes it pretty. Makes it pretty. This chart right here. I mean, if this was the DOM, if everybody had to trade on the DOM, I don't. It wouldn't feel like a video game. But because you can place your trades on the chart, that's what gamifies this shit. At least for me, I could put a trade on the chart. I can draw my little support and resistance areas. I can take a chance at these areas by placing an order, and then if I get it right, my target will get filled. It's a game. This is definitely a game, and the game is it's how long. It's like how long I can be right and I can build the account, or how many times I can be wrong before I lose it. And it's a game where either I manage my emotions or I lose the account. And I actually, damn, what was that book called that I actually got done listening to? So extreme ownership is like honestly the same way that I play COD because I kind of play COD with the mindset of if I don't take out the enemy, then my enemy is going to take either me or one of my teammates out, and it gives them an advantage. If I have a kill death spread of, if I have a negative kill death spread, in my mind, I was playing for the other team because I didn't contribute to my team. I contributed to the other team. I gave the team 10 kills if I have a negative 10 kill spread. And that's kind of how I kind of think about trading too. It's like, well, I gave the market 20 points or I gave the market 30 points before it went in my direction. And now I need to find ways on how to give the market less and make the market give me more. Yeah, that's a lot of buying. Yeah, I definitely expect the market to push up. We could potentially see a rejection here at 22. I mean, we got this high right here. I'm pretty sure that's probably where the market wants to go. Right there. I mean, you got R3 right there. You got that pivot high right there. I'm pretty sure that's where it wants to go. And then we'll probably see a rejection somewhere in this area. But all right, guys. I'm going to end it here. It's 10:40. I'm going to go to bed. We'll come back tomorrow morning. We'll definitely moving forward. I'll definitely be trading in and around the opening range from now on. That opening range is just very lucrative, and I'm definitely going to start trading around it for sure. So yeah, we'll see how far we can get with that. But all right, everybody. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning. And we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. With that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.